So in capital rationing, first we need to understand two types of project, divisible project and indivisible project. Divisible project means you can buy some part of that machine. Means you can divide the machine and you can buy some part of that machine. What does this mean? How we can buy this? Like we are trying to buy computer. Now, if you don't have that much of money left to buy a full computer, whole computer, you can buy some of its part like desktop, CPU, keyboard, mouse. You can buy some of that. So in capital rationing, why we are studying this? See, we are studying what is the benefit of PI. PI has the benefit that it can rank the project when there is limited capital, and it helps at that time when we have a capital rationing. When we have limited capital, that time PI help us through ranking. Now we have only 10 lakh rupees and we have proposals of 5 projects. But if we want to buy all the projects, we don't have that much of money. So we have approached NPV method. But according to NPV method, NPV suggests buy all the machine. But we have limited capital. So we went to PI. Again, PI also suggesting buy all the project. But why? Because all PI is greater than 1. So it does not work. So we will use PI ranking, PI rank part. Now we have given the rank according to PI. Now how rank will work? There are two type of project. Divisible project, indivisible project. Divisible project means we can buy some part of the machine. Like first we need to buy this machine E, which cost 6 lakh. Second rank is for project B. We will buy project B at 2,50,000. Now third, we can buy machine C, that is 3,50,000. We will add this 6 lakh, 2,50,000, but we can buy only 1,50,000 of this because we have only 10 lakh. So C cost 3,50,000, but we will not buy whole of C. We have bought part of C, only 1,50,000 portion. This is divisible project. You can break the project, you can break the parts, and you can buy only parts cost 1,50,000. So you have bought E, B and part of C. In this way, you have taken the decision. But when there is indivisible project and you can't break the project, how will you buy? First, you will buy this 6 lakh. Then you will buy this 2,50,000. Now you can't buy C. Why? Because it is only it costs 3,50,000 and in this case you can't divide the project. So you will go for this 4. Again 4 is 2 lakh you have only 1,50,000. Then you will go for fifth rank. Okay, this cost also 5 lakh. So what will you do? You will invest only 8,50,000.
Okay.
And you can't invest that 1,50,000. But with these, now you have to buy so many options. This is option 1, where you have wasted your 1,50,000 resource and you are not buying. What is option 2? In this sum, option 2 is not there because if we will take 2 lakh, again it will increase. So in this case, there is no option 2. So we will buy this and we have to calculate NPV for this. NPV for this 6 lakh, we have 55,000. And for this 2,50,000, we have 49,000. So our NPV is 104,000. So if we will invest 8,40,000, we will get 1,04,000 back. So this is our, so in this way actually rank helps us.
Okay.
Now we are talking about, so we rank the project. This is the advantage of PI. Now, if we will talk about advantage, then there is only these two advantage. It considers time value of money and we rank the project with the help of PI. But if anyone will ask you what is the disadvantage of PI, then PI failed as a guide in case of indivisible project because we can't use our full resource. We have wasted our 1,50,000 resource in this case. So PI is not the good guide in case of indivisible project. So if I would tell you earlier this line, then you would not understand. But I think this time you have understood this line.
Yes, ma'am.
PI fails as a guide in resolving capital rationing where projects are indivisible. In case of indivisible, PI does not guide us properly. Now, so basically PI, as I said earlier, PI has no disadvantage, only this one. Okay. Now we will move into IRR, where we have stopped. So IRR means internal rate of return. Now again, it considers time value of money because it is related to discounting technique. Now in this case, present value of inflow should be equal to present value of outflow so that NPV is 0. Because NPV formula is present value of inflow minus present value of outflow. If both are 10 lakh, 10 lakh, then NPV should be 0. But in NPV, IRR method does not use its desired. See, when we do NPV, we know DF. What is the discounting factor? How we need to proceed? Because NPV means what will you get if you will accept this project at the end. But IRR means why we do IR. First the question is why we do IRR. Okay. So IRR is the criteria so that you can set your goal, what you should earn. First thing is why we do IRR, because its advantage is it sets a goal for the company how much at least a company should earn. Means if cost of capital is 10%, that then you should earn at least 10.1. Otherwise, you will in break-even situation. Okay. So, wait. See, I have told you decision-making criteria, IRR is used for taking the decision whether we will accept the project or not. It helps in decision making for the project. Now, how you will do that decision? You will take that decision after after considering cost of capital. Cost of capital means your expense, company's expense, and internal rate of return is your return. So your return should be greater than your cost, your expense. If IRR is greater than cost, means your return is greater than your expense. So you will accept the project. So it is the benchmark. Benchmark means you understood.
Yes, ma'am. That's fine.
So it is the benchmark how much you should earn. Like if cost of capital is 10%, then it should be IRR should be 10.1%. So it sets a goal for the company, benchmark for the company, how much at least a company should earn, at least 10.1%. If cost of capital is 10%.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
And how you will calculate that IRR? where NPV is 0, because we are not taking consideration of NPV. So NPV should be 0. Now, if inflow is equal to outflow, that point is called IRR. Okay? Means IRR, actually IRR is a DF, a discounting factor. But if you will take any other discounting factor, like if I will take, see, if I have present value of outflow is 10 lakh and our present value of inflow, like only cash flow is 50,000, 5,000, 6,000 and 7,000. You have taken DF as 10%. So 0.9091, 0.826 or 0.729. This is the DF. 909, 826 and 751. Okay. Okay. So if we will take discounted cash flow here, we will multiply these and we will add this. We will get present value of inflow. Now, if present value of outflow, if this will come, say 9,000 and our outflow is 10,000. So our NPV is negative 1,000. So 10% is not the correct IRR. If we will earn only 10%, then this is not, this will not achievable. Like this is not correct IRR. We need NPV should be 0. So if we will increase our DF, our present value of inflow will decrease. Do you know this?
Yes, ma'am.
Why? Why it happens?
Because when the discounting factor is high, which means the inflows will be low. It's ulta for compounding factor. If compounding is increases, then the inflows will also increases.
I am telling you correctly. Don't compare discounting with compounding. Don't use that word. Without using that compounding word, you have to explain. Now, how you will explain? Discounting factor means decreasing the money's value. So
Yes,
if you have taken first 10% and when after that you will take 12%, means you are saying 1 rupee will become 0.8288.
yes, ma'am.
1 rupee will become 88 paise after 1 year.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
here it is at 10%, it becomes 90 paise. But here money's value is decreasing rapidly, fast. So your present value will decrease. Okay. So if then you have to understand, no, I should not earn 10%. I should at least earn 12%. Then you will again do these things from 12%. That's why IRR always do from the method trial and error method. We always do IRR from trial and error method. There is no other way to do the IRR. It should always do from trial and error method. Why? Because we don't know exactly at which point we can earn IRR. So we will try. From 10%, there is 1,000 negative. We will take 12%. By taking 12%, maybe it will come 9,800. So 200 is the negative still. Now we will take 13%. Now by taking 13%, we get exactly, okay, it will decrease now. So 8,000 it will become. So we have to, like it will increases now. So we will take 8% so that it will increase, right?
Yes, ma'am.
In this way, we have to adjust. Now IRR has one formula. If we will apply that formula, we get correct IRR as say 9.51% from that formula exactly. So 9.51 is the IRR and cost of capital is 10%. So we should not buy this project. If our IRR is 19.51 after doing all those things, then we will accept the project. So basically IRR is the benchmark to accept the project or reject the project, first advantage. And second advantage is it helps in like IRR helps in deciding how much you should at least earn. Instead, like if there is no cost of capital, if there is no comparison, individually also it can tell you how much at least a company should earn. Okay.
Okay.
It sets a benchmark that we should earn at least this much. And in case if you will talk about its disadvantage, again, there is no such disadvantage. IRR is very good method. But one more thing, one important thing, IRR and NPV can give contradictory answer. This is the major thing. Like NPV and PI cannot give contradictory answer. But NPV and IRR can contradict. Like in some cases, you will find NPV is saying accept the project, but IRR is saying reject the project. There we need to apply some another method.